support. It's very difficult for a lot of us women to get support because we are working through a lot. We're helping out a lot, especially during this crisis. What are some of the things um, we're doing to deal with our emotional health? Because emotional stability is very important. Emotional stability is important to the whole body, the whole being. Because if you're not emotionally stable, then physically, sometimes you get ill. Physically, you might um, lash out at other people. Physically, you might not be able to cope with the day-to-day lives of yourself and your family members. So, what are we doing emotionally? How are you doing? If you want to leave a little comment and let me know how you are doing, that would be really good. Um, and what are some of the things you're doing to help yourself and to help maybe family members around you? Because sometimes as women, we are the go-to of the family. We're the managers of the family. We're the mothers, the wives, the partners. Whatever you're going through, especially in this crisis, it's almost like it's doubled. It's almost as if it's it's on our heads even more. Is a heavier burden, and we need to find ways and outlets to cope with this. So, what are some of the things you're doing? I, for one, I do a number of things. I work out, I sing, I dance, sometimes not so well, but if it makes you feel good, do it. If it makes you feel good, do it. Because if you are not, if you're not doing well, then you can't help anyone else around you. You can't. And from the community that I am from, a lot of the times we don't do so well with emotional health. Um, a lot of the times we're told to shrug it off. A lot of the times we're told to not think about what we're going through, just dismiss it. And sometimes it's very important for us to deal with it. Sometimes we need to accept it and move on. Sometimes we need to work through changing it. And the mindset is very important, very important. So I'm going to be on here for a while. So if you want to share me out to anyone, if you're watching, let me know if you're watching. I'm just going to leave for a bit and then I might come back. But if you want to talk about what you're going through, if you want to discuss it, let me know. Some of the times we feel defeated, and a lot of us, when we feel defeated, we hide it. Sometimes we hide it very well. I think I do tend to hide it very well because if I don't hide it, then it's almost like it's almost if it's almost like I need to hide it because they think of you as the strong Black person, so you need to hide it. No, you don't. No, you don't need to hide it. No, you don't. So I know some of the times we just shrug it off, but hey, I can't do anything about it, but you can. Talk to someone, work out, find someone. If it, sometimes when even a stranger, when you're talking to them, sometimes they are better listeners than people you've known for years. Sometimes it's a family member that you can depend on. So if you need help, please find it. Please find it, especially in this time. You need, if you need to, just do it. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that I use for my mental health, to improve my mental health. 1, I work out. The first thing in the morning I do, normally after I put on my makeup, but hey, yes, the first thing I do is to work out. When I workout releases some endorphins, and I am better able to handle my day. And it really helps me. And it does not just help with my mental, it also helps with my physical. Another thing I do for my mental health is that I repeat positive quotes or positive words, especially when the day is really bad, or if I'm having a really bad day or even week. There's a lot of repeating going on there. So sometimes it's repeated. I am gonna make it. I am good enough. I don't care if anyone gives me credit. I am good enough. I'm gonna be successful. I am good enough. And sometimes when you repeat these words, even now, I think no one's watching what I don't. At the moment, just in repeating those positive words, that's when, just in repeating those positive words, that's how you trick yourself into feeling a lot better. You trick yourself into just having a good day. And sometimes it will take a while and you have to repeat it and repeat it. And that's what I do. I just repeat it. So it's almost like speaking positive things over your life, regardless of whatever is going around you. So that's the second thing I do. The third thing I do is to speak to a family member, if I can find one, or I speak to my best friend. And she's always there to listen. I know sometimes you might not have a best friend, but that's okay. You can talk. You can talk to anyone, as long as they will listen to you. And I think today, me getting over is just talking to you guys. Talking to you guys. And I hope this helped at least one person. I I hope it helps at least one person. But I would talk to her, I would tell her exactly what's going on, and she would listen. And sometimes it's not even that the person's going to give you good tips, it's just you need someone to listen to you, which is very important. That's the third thing I do. I get someone to listen to me. And sometimes I will do the same for that person. But that's another thing I do. The fourth thing I do, yes, sometimes I go outside. I go outside. Sometimes I should go out more often, actually. But when I go outside and I walk, like if I'm going, normally when I'm going somewhere, instead of taking a bus or a transport, I just walk there and I listen to my music. And when I listen to my music, it just, it uplifts me. And this walking helps to clear my mind. And with the music that I listen, I try to listen to uplifting music, because I've learned a long time ago that music can help you. If you're a music listener, music does help. And I remember when I was younger, hey, when I used to listen to those sad love songs, I'm always like crying, and I'm always depressed. And I didn't know that I was doing that to myself. I was crying, and I used to listen to all these sad love songs, and it will make me sad, and I will feel even more defeated by whatever I was going through when I was younger. But as I got older and I grew up, I found out that, hey, you need to speak positive things into your life, and you need to listen to positive things, because positive things will uplift your spirit. And that's one of the main things I do. I listen to music that would uplift me and music that I enjoy. So that's my fourth thing. My final thing that I do is dance, which my fourth and fifth, they go hand in hand. So I listen to good music and then I dance. So that's my five main tricks that I use, or methods I use to get over mentally, especially in this crisis. So if you have any question about how to do this, just hit me up. And if you're watching, just give me a shout out. That's I need some support as well at the moment. I need support, and support is very important, especially when you're going through and when you're in your feelings. Support is very important. So you need to support someone else, and then hopefully you'll get some support. But just simply talking to people, sometimes it and they're listening to you, sometimes that's what's happening. So I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself as well, and just let you know that I am here, and I will be doing a lot more lives. Hopefully I will do another live later on, and it will be for us to get to know each other and to support each other, and to share some tips on how to support us small YouTubers. So we'll share some secrets there, and we'll get you to share as well and come in for some support. So that's one of the things I will be discussing later on. Hopefully you'll be there. Hopefully. And yeah, that's me for now. And have a pleasant day. Thank you much for listening.